Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to your tarot reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I do appreciate it. I'm going to pull a traditional Celtic cross spread. Whatever message comes out is what Spirit has for you. I've set that intention. If this video found you, it is for you. If you are here because of the title, then it is definitely for you. But we're going to go ahead and get into the tarot and see what Spirit has. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Be sure and like and follow and subscribe for me. It really does help my channel and I would really appreciate it. Awesome. So at the bottom, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is like a new beginning, right? It's a new, could be a passion project, could be a new journey, new job. You could be moving. This is just something new, right? A fresh start for you is the energy that we have on the bottom here. And again, it could be some kind of creative project. It's also about like, getting that spark back after you've been through a tough cycle, right? It's just kind of reigniting that joy and that spark again in your life, that fire, because wands are fire energy. So the situation is the world. This is a completion. This is fulfillment here. So this is a completion of a cycle. I always think of this as like a circle, right? But the world card is the end of the major arcana. So you have completed a cycle here. And this is about integration, like integrating like lessons, right? Because you've been through all the major arcana. So you're implementing these lessons and you have some sense of completion or fulfillment here. The obstacle or the blockage is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords can be about sneakiness and lies, but it can also be about seeing things differently or doing things differently. So I feel like there is a cycle that is ending and you're needing to do things differently. Or it's calling for you to do things differently than before, right? So in previous cycles, maybe you have, allowed certain things and now you're needing to do them differently, right? So the reason for this is the Seven of Wands. This is about standing up for yourself, standing for your beliefs. It is really about defending yourself, being very defensive as well. But I feel like you're just kind of standing your ground here. So I feel like you're ending a cycle of not standing your ground, right? Like not speaking your truth, not really standing up for yourself or for what you believe in, right? Your beliefs. Maybe you were kind of just going with the flow and doing what other people wanted you to do instead of what you really wanted to do. In the recent past, we have the Five of Wands, which is about challenges. It is about obstacles. This is about overcoming those obstacles. So there could have been some conflict, maybe some competition in the past, whether that's in work or, with family members, whatever it is for you. But, there was a lot of challenges and competition in the past. And I feel like you are definitely overcoming those, right? So again, that could be you having to defend yourself, maybe with family or coworkers, whatever the situation is. So your higher self, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is very direct, very assertive. It's a very fast moving energy. He has the sword up, right? Like he's just cutting things out, right? He's not going to deal with things anymore. I feel like that's your higher self kind of telling you to be more direct and take action and go after what it is that you do want, or just be more direct in defending yourself, be more direct in defending your ideas, your beliefs, what it is that you do want here, and cutting out anything that doesn't have your best interest at heart, right? So in the near future, we have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is like that wounded warrior card. This is persevering. This again is about challenges, resilience, but you're very near success, right? Because the nines are right before the 10, obviously, but the 10s are the end of the cycle. So you've definitely been through a lot of challenges. But we go from the Five of Wands to the Nine of Wands. So in the past was the Five of Wands, and in the future is the Nine of Wands. So you have definitely been through a lot, learned a lot of lessons here with this, in this cycle. And I feel like now you're seeing things differently. You're doing things differently. Maybe you're just not, you don't feel like you need to defend yourself anymore, right? Like you don't have to. So your advice from Spirit is the 8 of Cups. This is about walking away from things that are no longer emotionally fulfilling. That's definitely the ending of a cycle, right? Walking away, ending things, letting things go, whether that's people, places, things, mindsets. This could have been a mindset. I feel like this is more like either family, friends, coworkers. I feel like this is other people. It's just kind of like this whole cycle of you standing on your own, right? Standing up for yourself and defending yourself and moving into a whole new cycle. I really love that. So, in the environment, the influence here is the Emperor. This is about you taking control of situations, right? Taking control of your mindset, taking control of what you can control. And, you can't control the opinions of others, the obstacles that you've overcome. That's in the past. You can control your mindset. You can control certain situations. You can walk away from things that don't serve you and take control of your life, right? So it's also about being confident and disciplined and staying focused. And I feel like that's really what's in your energy right now, is you just kind of stepping into this Emperor energy. Hopes and fears, we have the 6 of Swords. Like you're moving on, right? Moving to calmer waters. This could be a mindset. It could be a thought process. The 6 of Swords is, again, with that moving on, but it really could be moving. Again, that could be the new adventure for you. You could physically be moving to a new location to get away from whatever this obstacle was, completing a cycle in one place and moving to another. But the swords are about, it's air energy, so it's about your thoughts, right? So you could just be mentally moving on from a situation, or you could physically be moving on, because this person is on this boat and they're going from one body of water to another, right? And the water here is choppy, but over here it's smooth. So things are definitely calming down. You're moving to, calmer waters. You're accepting these lessons. This 9 of Wands is about a lot of lessons, right? But I feel like you are accepting those lessons. You're understanding them now and completing this cycle and just kind of moving on. The overall outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be a stable offer. It could be a romantic offer. It could be a job offer. It could be financial stability. But whatever this is for you, it is stable and grounded, right? It's not the fastest moving energy. The Pentacles are the slowest moving in the deck, but it is, very grounded. It is very stable, very loyal. And it's, when you're building something new, you want to build from a solid foundation, right? So you have this Ace of Wands here, but it is going to be grounded and stable, right? So I feel like this is an opportunity that Spirit is handing you here to accept lessons and move on and really start from a stable foundation. I love that. That's amazing. So what do they not see coming, Spirit? What does Scorpio not see coming? King of Cups, your energy. You standing in your power, emotionally balanced. Yes, for Scorpio, Spirit. Awesome. Yeah, so this is you stepping into your power. We have the King of Cups here. Again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And we have stability. So I feel like this is you, like emotionally balancing, being more stable. We had that Knight of Pentacles, which is a stable foundation. But the Four of Pentacles is about stability and groundedness. And then we have the Hanged Man here. So this is like about surrendering that control and seeing things from a different perspective and really, again, accepting the lessons and maybe kind of just reflecting on things and gaining a new perspective on this situation or just this cycle in general. Maybe looking at people differently, lessons differently. Once you learn a lesson, you see things completely with new eyes, right? So I feel like that's very much what you're doing here. It's just kind of reflecting and seeing things from a different perspective. I love that, but definitely more stable energy. You know, this Five of Wands is very challenging. It's just like a lot of chaos. It's, you know, tension. It can be like egos, whatever it was for you, like a very aggressive arguing, you know, just a lot of challenges. So now you're kind of moving into this emotionally balanced and stable energy. That's really great. What is the advice for Scorpio Spirit? So we have the Six of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Cups. I feel like this is about you kind of like really accepting these lessons again, but it's also about like healing, right? So the Six of Cups is about nostalgia memories. It is like that comfort zone type of energy. But I feel like this is just you kind of embracing the happiness and the nostalgia, right? That you have overcome these lessons, you have healed, and this is just a very comforting card, right? And maybe looking at those past lessons. And then you're also kind of looking to the future. So we have the Two of Wands. Like you're taking these memories with you, but you're also looking out. Like the Two of Wands has, you know, he's got like this globe in his hand and he's looking out into the horizon here with the whole world at his fingertips, right? So I feel like this is just kind of you seeing that uh, the possibilities are endless, right? There's expansion here. So there are ways to kind of really focus on those memories and take them with you, but also look to the future, right? Not staying stuck in that past. And then we have the Three of Cups, which is about joy, celebration. So I feel like this is you needing to kind of maybe embrace happiness and joy, abundance. This could be you leaning on friend groups, family, whatever your community is for you. I feel like that's really what you need to lean into here and really focus on taking those next steps, maybe making some decisions, take a risk here with that Two of Wands. But I definitely feel like you are healing and moving on, you know, not staying stuck in the past and moving forward here, making that decision to move forward. So I really love that for you. This is really great energy, Scorpio. You've definitely completed a big cycle and you've got some stability and a lot of emotional balance coming in here. So I hope that message helped and I will see you guys next time. Bye.